Sending positive vibes to all truth seekers. Today we're going to discuss how to make wise decisions. This is part one of a mini-series, and in this part one we're going to discuss a book called Blink by Malcolm Gladwell. How do we make decisions in life? How do we know that they are wise? How do we make our decisions? Are they coming from our intuition? Are they coming from our instincts? Are they coming from our moral beliefs? Or are they coming from analyzing within our minds? To make a wise decision, which one of those four should we use? This is why we're going to use the book to help us figure that out. Again, the title is Blink, The Power of Thinking Without Thinking by Malcolm Gladwell. What are the 6 most important points and ideas from this book? Number 1 is called thin slicing. This is when we make quick decisions, quick snap decisions based on little pieces of information. These snap decisions can be instinctual or intuitive. These decisions are made below our conscious mind, below our awareness. Malcolm Gladwell calls this the locked room. We don't have the key to see what's inside of that room because it's happening somewhere we can't get to with our conscious minds. Idea number 2 is the storytelling problem. We tend to believe that our decisions are made in our minds. However, most of our decisions are actually made in our subconsciousness without being aware of it. We make up fairy tales using language because we want to try to explain our decisions using human language so that we can describe this to other people. But we ultimately fail when we try to do this when we explain it to other people, or even to ourselves. This is also called verbal overshadowing. Verbal overshadowing is when we try to rationalize and try to explain our decisions to other people or ourselves. Idea number 3 is called Love Lab. Love Lab is a lot like emotional intelligence, where you can read the emotions and actions of others as well as yourself. This is when you intuitively estimate the future actions of others and yourself. Our intuition can be practiced and harnessed if we believe in the idea of thin slicing and making snap decisions. This is when we trust our intuition. Humans have the innate ability to adapt to any environment or any social situation. Idea number 4 is called paralysis of analysis. This is when we tend to overthink a decision. It can be frustrating because the result could be the same between overthinking and just making a quick snap decision. It could end up being the same result. Idea number 5 is priming. Priming is our conditioned or automatic responses to different environments or social situations. People tend to think that we have a lot of free will in our decisions. However, a lot of decisions are made in our subconscious, which comes from the environment. So it's the interaction between the environment, your subconscious, and then the decision is made before it arises in your conscious mind. Another question is, are humans products of their beliefs or just their actions? Because automatic responses have more influence on our actions and decisions than our beliefs do. Our beliefs can change quickly and radically just by thinking about them. There's a quote in the book that I would like to read to you, and it's read, quote, "The real me isn't the person I describe. No. The real me is the me revealed by my actions." Unquote. So the outside world has a lot of influence, maybe the biggest influence on our actions, and not our conscious mind. Idea number 6 is the balance between analysis and snap decisions. This can be done by listening to both your mind and your instinct, finding that sweet balance between the two extremes. Okay, after those 6 ideas, let's think about the weakness that I found in reading the book. My opinion is that this book does not sufficiently distinguish between intuition and instinct. Our instinct is our desires to eat, to drink, to find a house, to be safe, to be accepted, or any other ego-driven desires that we might have. Now the intuition, I will discuss more about the intuition in part 2 of this mini-series, But this is what the intuition is. With the intuition, we have to think about the interaction with the environment and yourself. The environment, which ultimately controls your mind, is trying to communicate with you non-verbally and very subtly. Your intuition is trying to tell you that the environment itself must be trusted more than your mind. This can be done by opening up your conscious awareness to the environment. And not just the environment, but also the subtleties found in your body, putting your awareness to both the outside and the inside. Rather than just listening to your mind exclusively, which a lot of people tend to do, they believe that their mind is true and that the environment and the subtleties of their body is untrue. This ability to trust your intuition can be practiced by mindful meditation. Mindful meditation can help you become familiar with and associate with your intuition more than your mind. It's difficult though because humans have the inability to use human language to discuss the intuition. The nature of intuition is silence, subtle silence, and stillness. So to become more familiar with our intuition, let's take a deep breath in and out, and peace.